coming on 2 years. The phase in this tank, but my previous tank, the Julido 120, a little bit smaller than this. I did have a half black angel myself, which died, and then I had a flame angel which lasted about 3 months and again died. Again, reasons unknown really. So it kind of put me off dwarfs, but I've learnt a lot in the hobby since then, and this setup is better. I've learnt a lot, and I'm hoping I'll definitely get a lot more life, hopefully a long time, out of this Coral Beauty, whose colours are absolutely magnificent. I will move over later and try and get a shot of him. He was actually, actually went into the aquatics to look at the Coral Beauty, had about 3 or 4 in, and I wasn't really particularly impressed with them, and the colours were a bit dull, and they were in small tanks, looked a bit stressed, the fins were a bit nipped. And as I was about to leave, I just spotted this one in their big huge coral tank. So you can imagine the guy's face when I said I want the Coral Beauty in your 200 gallon coral tank that were all sitting on egg crates, so we had to move all them. But yeah, he got him for me. I'm happy with him. He's plump. Feeding wise, I have fed the tank twice since I've had him. I had some pellet went in this morning. He did go for it, although the other fish got there so quick he didn't get any. And some mysis went in yesterday which he didn't touch. So not too concerned. Obviously fish can go a few days without food, and he is pecking on the rocks, and there is algae on there, so he is getting something, but I would like to see him start taking something a bit more meatier and something a bit more nutritional, as obviously there's a big myth that dwarf angels are herbivores. Well, in fact they're actually omnivores, so he will need something a bit more than just the green algae that grows on the rocks. But we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. I'm not going to get too concerned. The main thing is that he's active and he is picking on the rocks. So yeah, as you mentioned a minute ago, algae's been an issue for me. I discontinued with roe phos about 6 months ago and solely relied on Red Sea Nopox. I have to say, I don't think I did anything with my phosphate levels. I control my nitrates, currently dosing about 0.2, 0.3 of a mil a day. I have to keep my nitrates steady at about between 1 and 2 part per million, which is where you want it really for a mixed coral tank. There's no SPS in here, so I don't have to go much lower than that. And that just gives enough nutrients for these soft corals and the odd LPS in here to obviously survive in. So yeah, bit of an outbreak of algae, not really hair algae, it's a bit of a brown film. It's very difficult to see in this shot, but it tends to grow on the sand. It's not cyanobacteria, I've battled that, so I know very well what that is. This is like a brown diatom, which is very strange. I mean, this is not a new tank, so it's not something I'd expect to see, but it's like a brown diatom algae that I seem to get grown in this tank, along with bubble algae, which I've got a bit of a bad case of really. I'm going to zoom in on some patches now. There's a big piece there, and you can see it in several other places. And also this type of algae, it's a bit like a weed. I believe this is Calaipra. I'm not really sure how this has got into my tank, but this rock was infested with it, and I actually removed the whole lot and washed it in a bucket, obviously in salted water, and got it all off. However, this rock is kind of it's attached to the back. I've putted it to the back, so I can't really remove it. So I think it's going to be a case of my next water change, which is next week. I'm going to have to get in there manually, just try and remove as much as I can. It doesn't look as if it's an algae which the fish will eat. So yeah, so that and the bubble algae is what's the main culprit in this tank, but not really much green hair algae. So if you have any suggestions how you can get rid of bubble algae and Calaipra, much appreciated. I know mud crabs are quite good at bubbles, but I'm looking to put one in here because I know they can be a bit of a pest, and I don't think fish wise there's anything small enough that would go at the Calaipra. But any suggestions, that'll be great. But yeah, the livestock's doing well. This Duncan I bought has a 2 head. I don't know if you can see, but there are some other heads starting to grow on it now, which is good news. This coral down here, I think it's a flavia of some sort. He's starting to grow now and encrust the rock. As you can see, it's more heads starting to grow on it. These mushrooms just continue to pop. And this soft coral's the one to the left was actually this right one. Yeah, I actually chopped this right one in half, the base of it, and as you can see now, it's now starting to grow and form its own little polyps, which is really good to see. And these little zinnias on top, continue to grow and do well. So the livestock, yeah, fish-wise, 2 clowns as always. The little yellow wrasse, he's doing well. He's starting to grow now. He eats everything that goes in the tank, which is good news. Seems to get on well with all the other fish. The Royal Grammar, I think he's sulking because he's got the Coral Beauty in there now, in and around his little gap, which is somewhere under that rock. But he's doing okay, and I'm very happy. Let's see if I can get a shot of this Coral Beauty. He's absolutely gorgeous. The colours on. He's quite tame as well. He's not shy. He doesn't really dart away when I'm near the tank. But yeah, he's doing really well so far. I know there's a long way to go, but if I can get him feeding, I'll be happy. So have a look down the sump, engine room. I've just showed you this all the time. But I've really got the skimmer dialed in now. It's taking out crud. That's roughly a week's worth there of crud. I used to clean out the skimmer every couple of days, but I've purposely left it this week, so I was actually interested to see how much crud it would actually pull out, and to see it's nearly half a cup there. So yeah, it's definitely doing its job. Reactor, rower Foster's back in. Took the plunge. I lost patience with the Red Sea no pox. Like I said, I think it does wonders with the nitrate, but I was never convinced with the phosphate. And like I said, I had a build-up of algae growing in the tank, so I decided to put it back in there, and that's in this white bag here. This reactor isn't great for like obviously controlling the rate and trying to get the rower Foster to tumble, so it just caused a mess. It just wouldn't tumble, it would just come straight out of the top. So I've had to put it in the bag. Probably not the best use efficiency of it, but that's the only way around it. And then below it is a blue sponge, and then another black bag is the Red Sea Reefer Blue Spec Carbon, which I have to say is an absolutely fantastic carbon. Keeps my water absolutely pristine, clear. The only other thing I'm looking at doing is the flow in this tank. I think it does need to be increased slightly. Got 2 power heads on here, 2 fluval CP1s, they're very small, about 1,000 litres an hour. I'm not convinced they're doing that now. I'm going to get a bigger power head hopefully over Christmas. Just got a bit more flow in there. I was using a pump on here on the side of the glass, little old return pump, but it looked unsightly and awful, so I wanted to get rid of that. So that's the upgrade on there. Obviously I've got no particularly SPS in it or anything demanding that requires a lot of flow, but I would like a little bit more in there. I think of getting a the J-Cod, the Jabo RW4, something that can alternate the flow, and that'll be the plan in there. The LED light currently turned all the way up, 4 channels on it. The Royal Blue, the Actinic, both 100%. The Cyan 500 nano wave is currently on full whack, and then the 3000K bulb, which is a warm white LED, something that you'd more attribute to a tropical tank really. That obviously mixes in with 3 other colours to give it a nice blue tint. That's actually all the way up to about 90% of them. I usually have that take a lot more down to give a more blue effect, but I'm just going to give it a few days on full black just to see if any changes to the corals or algae growth really. But yeah, it's a decent LED. I spoke about it all the time. It's an alright LED unit for what it is. It's a budget entry level LED. It doesn't compete nowhere near some of the other ones that you can buy on the market, like the AIs and the Ecotechs. But yeah, it is what it is. It's good for soft and LPS corals, but that's about it. But that's the update. Hope you like the tank. Like I said, it's doing well. There's a few algae issues, but hey, who hasn't got algae issues? Who have a reef tank? But that's it. I'll try and do another update in a couple of weeks, let you know how the Coral Beauty's getting on, let you know how the battle with the algae is doing. Okay, cheers.